guys? ESO here, and right now we're gonna do a little tier list for you guys. Um, and yeah, especially because what is it? The Necromancer class came out. I feel like a lot of people don't know where it stands or how other people feel about it, and I feel like it's
There's
getting
a lot
kind
of new
of
players joining too.
yeah, a lot of new players are joining. They don't know where a lot of the classes stand, what's the best, quote unquote, and yeah, let's get into it.
Best and worst.
You're first, homie.
Alright, so we're grading these S through F. F being the worst, S being the best. Basically kind of like a grading system.
You'll see it on the screen too.
F, we put nothing there. Put nothing at F for the fact that
Nothing's that
we
terrible.
feel like nothing is that shitty that it goes there. Nothing's
That's
that
like
trash
unplayable.
that it goes there. That's like, yeah. We put D minus, Stamcrow. Stamcrow being, it's a new class. It requires thumbs compared to a lot of the other classes in the game. It has potential, but it's missing a lot of things. Open world and duels. And yeah. You can get a bounty when you're dueling too. So
that is true. So it F's you up there a lot. What I have above Stamcrow at D+ is Stamsork, mainly because I mean Stamsork and Stamcrow are really similar, but like just like how he just said, open world wise they're basically on par. Stamsork got its Dark Deal, which is amazing. It's got its speed. It's got what's it called? Streak. It's got so much mobility. And then when it comes to dueling, it's not amazing and it's not ideal, just like a Stamcrow. But at least you don't get a bounty like a Stamcrow, and you can literally actually duel. And that's really the reason for it. Yeah, my bad. Above Stamsork, we got Magden at C-. Magden, I don't know if it's a shock to some people. It really shouldn't be that much of a shock. Open world, it's not that bad, like at all. A lot of people don't know how to use it open world, but it's pretty decent. If you go light, then I mean it's kind of hard to play. When it comes to dueling wise, it's not the greatest class. You gotta time your bursts properly, and if you don't, you get screwed. If you're not wearing like carries or metas, then you're definitely gonna get screwed, and you need those to really like play that class properly. And yeah, all in all, I feel like it really needs a buff, and it should get one soon. At least a spammable that's better than birds or some sort, or increase the speed of it. So yeah, that's why it's at C-.
So for one of the C pluses we got here is Stamden. Stamden, compared to the ones we've already said so far, definitely does better than them in open world and 1v1 situations, especially depending on the player and the build setup. It has good sustain, good heals, great mobility depending on the skills you use. So overall, I think it's got good defensive and offensive capabilities, but it's definitely not one of the best, so it's average. C+.
The other C+ that I would say is on par with Stamden, and just a little bit better than Magden, and has potential to even be even higher on this list is Magcrow. Like we were talking about either in a previous video or a future video, whenever that comes out, about Necromancers. Magcrow's really underrated. It's like a buffed up Magden, and there's a lot of potential behind it, and people just don't know how to use it properly. So I mean, like right now it's staying at C+, but as people are gonna, make the class more broken over time, just like every other class, it might reach its way up to A- or B+ on this list. Like it could be disgusting. It has some, yeah, Zoss too could break it. Like there's all that's possible. But currently where it stands, without knowing all of its potential and without knowing 100% how to use it just yet, since it's been only out for like 2 weeks now, or maybe a little bit more for console, we're keeping that C+ on par with Stamden, which isn't bad. Good open world, not amazing duels, and yeah, just average.
PCs have it longer.
Facts.
But for B, next thing up, we have Stamplar. Stamplar, it's a great class that has, again, good burst, good survivability, good sustain, especially with the new buff that it got with the extended ritual or cleanse, whatever you want to call it. A little additional heal, and it doesn't scale off of just...
Wait, what rank did you say it was?
B, B,
Okay,
B,
yeah,
B.
yeah.
We didn't give it a B minus. I know the past ranks had minuses. We just, I don't know. Minus sounds bad. Stamplar is not bad. And I feel like if there was like, say if macro were to move up, it would be in, B minus or something like that. So it's like left that open for, things like that. But Stamplar definitely has the burst, the survivability, purifies are pretty good. It's just not super OP, GG, rest in peace. But
Uh,
it's
yeah, it is pretty good. That's facts. B plus, which we placed above Stamplar, but not like crazy above, like not like B minus, is Magnite Blade. Mainly because after this patch, yeah, the damage may have took a little bit of a hit, but I mean the survivability of it has increased a ridiculous amount. I'll be going into duels and I'll be feeling like I have incredible heals and incredible tankiness, and I'm not wearing any tanking set at all that makes me strong or have anything good.
damage.
Like I'm killing people with random pieces right now, like in duels. It's disgusting in duels. Open world wise, I actually haven't even gotten a chance to use it that much open world wise since the patch. But if I was using it before in Xing and I had zero survivability and zero immobilization immunity, I could guarantee you that this bad boy is going to be amazing out there, especially if you have something like Meteor or something to like kill big groups of people. It'll just be great. So that's why it's B plus. I feel that's better than Stamplar because the dueling wise, maybe open world, it may be on par, maybe even a little better right now. And yeah, there you go. What's the next?
I would say Magplar is also on B plus. Reason being, at least on PS4 NA, there isn't a lot of Magplars out there Xing to begin with. Yes, Plar in general got some pretty good buffs this patch, but I don't know. People don't know how to build it correctly to begin with. There's a lot of, just a lot of problems.
It's clearly just harder for some people to just. It's just hard for people to build it.
Their builds in general, like setting up the CP and getting the right sets and stuff like that. People are still kind of delusional on like you need full pirate skeleton or some shit like that. So I would say it does well in a 1v1 situation.
Really
it always
good.
Depends. All these always depend on who's playing it and what gear they're using. But I would say Magpar, it's not too hard to get the hang of, and it's doing pretty decent. Same thing with open world. So yeah, great heals, great sustain, good burst. Oh, next thing up, Blade. I looked at the list and I was like, oh yeah, that's me. Next thing up, we got at A minus Blade. We put it at A minus for the fact that the nerfs that it got makes it no longer the super carry it used to be. I think it had a lot of too many things that a lot of classes didn't have access to. A lot of things that was overkill on the class. Now it's more balanced, but it's still pretty good, especially with the fact that you can go ahead and cloak. So great survivability, still great burst. Yeah, great mobility too, I'd say. Pretty speedy fast.
And alright. So, this one was kind of hard to figure out where to put it at first. Just because we don't know if it's on par with Stampblade, and we don't know if it's on par with what's A+. So we put it at A. Because it's right in between. It's not... Yeah, it's just right there. That's where it belongs, in my opinion. And I'm pretty sure Katana agrees.
Agreed.
It's Stamina Dragon Knight, and that's because, especially after this patch, it's freaking disgusting. Heals are great, tankiness is great, spammables are great, damage is great. I mean, there's really nothing not to like about it at this point. Dueling wise, it does good. You have dots. You have literally so many other things. I mean, I don't even know. Do you have to go through them all? It's like a Stamblade. There's just so many good abilities that you could use in a 1v1 situation. But it's even better when you go open now. But it's even better when you go open world compared to a Stamblade because you have major mending, you have amazing heals, amazing tankiness. You can even use wings on this thing and get out of mobilizations, take less projectile damage. It's just, it's really good. I like it a lot. I think it's better than Stamblade, but not quite reaching the A+ tier just yet. But definitely liking it this patch. And what is A plus, which I feel is better than Stam DK, is Mag DK this patch. Mainly because Stam DK is not hitting like a Mag DK. Mag DK is hitting ridiculously hard. I had someone's Mag DK glitch out yesterday. I bet you didn't even know this, Marcos. Kendo's
No,
Mag DK glitched out yesterday, and his whip was still hitting me empowered 3 times. And it was hitting me for 7k each time, and it wasn't supposed to do that. So Mag DK low-key has a glitch like that that could happen. It hits hard automatically, has amazing heals. If you get a Black Rose Resto on it and hit Coagulating, that's a breath of life. I know from experience. So great survivability, amazing damage, one of the best in the game out of all the other classes. Burst potential is amazing, so 1v1 situations is great. Your dots hit way harder, like now this patch even more than before. And then open world situations, you got your wings to protect you. You still got great heals. Kiting is amazing. You could use Petrify to throw someone in place. They can't block it and they can't dodge roll it. So guess what? They're getting hit no matter what. Same thing with your ult. So there you go. Someone goes cloak, you hit a volatile, they come out. I mean, it's pretty hard to go up against this thing, but it's really good. I wouldn't say it's overpowered or anything. I'd say it's just it's a really good class. And that's really it. It's not overpowered like the next thing that's coming up, because that thing's stupid.
So we got at the very top, I guess you could say it's S class. I'm gonna say S class.
S plus. That's what this is. It's S plus.
This shit is broken. I don't know. Let's first talk about what class it is. Magsork. It's Magsork, right?
You all knew that. You all knew it.
The thing is, there's so many things that could be done to fix it. I'm not sure entirely how they would go about it, and like, there'd be a lot of people that complain about it. I just find it ironic, like maybe 2 patches ago, that people were talking about that they're going to use their Magsorks as bankers because the whole shield's nerf, quote unquote shield nerf. First things first, you got the pet sorks. Pets, they quote unquote got nerfed. Not a huge big nerf, anything like that. If you had your builds built correctly, it won't affect your pets too much. Your pets almost didn't get a nerf if you built your pet builds great. Now, they have a reverse execute and an execute. So you get penalized for having 100% health.
And for having low health. So you gotta stay in that middle area.
If you have low health, you get penalized too, because their execute is delayed. So if you're not in execute range, they'll get you to execute range, and then you'll die. They have great mobility, streak, especially the one that absorbs projectiles. We got almost infinite sustain with Dark Deal. That shit's OPGG. Frags hits pretty hard with what they did with Overload, and what they did with the pets, and what they continue to do with those things, and little things like that on the Magsork itself. I think it really does make it almost broken. So if you're first getting into ESO, I don't want you to make a Magsork, but I'm letting you know it is the most broken, easiest, no thumbing class. You know, put on a pet, activate it, gives you extra health. There you go.
Just put on a pet and Necro. There you go. You're
shield
done.
Nerf
it's done.
Shield buff. But there
you got 50k mag right there.
You got your line of sights. You got your survivability. You got mobility, sustain. But yeah, I would say that's the list.
I just can't. This is crazy. So yeah, that's the entire list. You don't have to agree with it. It's our opinions at the end of the day. I like to value my opinion very much so, honestly. So I don't give a damn what you say.
We're not trying to be biased. It's just we've played
every class,
everything, literally everything, and I would say a good amount of everything too, and kind of figured out a good amount of every class and stuff like that. So
this is where I'd put it. This is how I would put it. I hope you guys liked the video, and I hope this helps some people that are probably new to the game and want to try something out. Maybe you don't want something too overpowered like Magsork and something not too trash like Stamcrow, and you want to get something like a Stamplar, there you go. This should help you. And yeah, I'll post a picture of all the classes and where they're listed at the end of the video. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. And peace. Hire out.